Look check, vibe check. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys!
Welcome back to our channel. So it's been a minute. A warm welcome to our returning followers, and if you're new to our channel, welcome.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Guess how long?
Let's just say we kind of underestimated how much work it was going to be.
You have to really have a good routine in place.
Yeah.
Good schedule, well organized planning, whatever.
But it's a new year.
It's a new season.
But yeah, so we just kind of wanted to show face and do a quick life update.
Yeah.
First
So
things
where do we
first.
start? What happened in the last year? What happened in 2022?
We got married.
She ain't wearing her
I'm not
ring.
wearing mine at the moment. We are traditionally married. So we got traditionally married the year
May.
prior.
Oh, sorry. 2019 May.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
May 2019.
not 2019.
2020, what am I talking about? 2021, what? 2019.
Oh my
Why am I thinking we're just entering 2021?
Oh.
Sorry, May 2020. We got traditionally engaged and
No,
married.
2021.
20, oh my goodness.
What? So yeah, we got traditionally married in May 2021.
Yeah.
And then we had our
What do you call it? White wedding
white
registry
wedding
as
and
well.
our registry.
June 2022. And to be exact, what date was it?
The 14th of June.
14th of June.
But we did something quite special. We didn't want it just to be a day. We wanted it to last a bit longer. So we actually booked a manor for an entire week. Overall, it was a really, really good experience, and I'm glad that we actually went ahead with it.
Sherry was more so like, let's just leave it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, we should do it because our families hadn't actually met. So we did our traditional engagement over Zoom, and it was so that one is interesting. So her parents were in Germany, we were in London, and my parents were in Ghana. And thank God we had our uncle in Germany to, come meet her family and do all the formalities. Probably speak about that when we're speaking about the wedding, the traditional element anyways. And I thought, yeah, they didn't get to meet, so it'll be nice for us to come together and actually do that and celebrate with our families in person.
And so it didn't just last for a day. And a lot of times you hear couples say how like the day just went so quick, they didn't even get time to like spend with people, with their guests. So we really wanted
a bit of difference to spend time with them because they'll be traveling from Germany, some traveling from Ghana, so just for the day won't do it. So.
I mean, although your family didn't stay.
Yeah. They most of them were in London, so they just trekked back.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I was not happy about.
Okay, so if you're watching it, family, of course they're gonna be watching it. We weren't happy about that. We wished you stayed.
Obviously, we understand.
Wish you enjoyed with us.
We understand, obviously, because it was weekdays, and I would have loved for them
absolutely
to
great. They would have really enjoyed it.
Stay for the week,
and we would have enjoyed that company as well.
My family did stay, obviously, because they came down from Germany. My sister came from America, so
I think we're talking over each other, isn't it? Is that okay?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We just have to be mindful, right? Okay, cool.
Okay, let's be mindful.
What were we talking about?
It would have been nice if both families were there.
Yes, but we understand.
Yeah.
So it's all good. After the wedding, we just went back to life, really, and he went back to work. I went back to work for a couple of weeks, and then I actually went on a summer break. I was actively looking for a new role, and actually no, I'm lying, I wasn't actively looking for a new role. I did have the intention to look for a new role just because I didn't see myself doing it long term. Although it was a very good experience. I wanted either something to work from home or something close by, and I got a role within facility management. And again, it's not an ideal role, but it's very close to home. It's literally like 5 minutes from home, and it's better pay than teaching. So for now, yeah, we can't complain. For now, it's good, and I'll have time to
pursue other ventures that you wanted to do, like mini projects.
Yeah.
You
I finally
graduated.
got to graduate. It's been like
It's been a while
long
coming,
overdue.
like literally over nearly 5 years or so. There was COVID interruptions, which delayed it by 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because of the nature of what you were doing, it's not simply just do some exams.
Yeah. We
At
don't actually
home.
do any exams.
Yeah,
so it's
it's
all project based. We did
Yeah,
have the
second year.
choice to go with predicted grades, but I knew that kind of doing all the technical things, such as creating my final collection, being a part of the grad show.
Yeah. Don't want to miss out on that experience.
Yeah,
So.
I don't want to miss out on that experience, and it also adds to my portfolio.
So chose to stick it through, and you graduated in September.
First class.
Yeah.
With
yes,
honours.
baby. Come on now. And she didn't throw the hat. You see, graduation, most people throw hats, but
Yeah,
on that
not
day,
most
she wasn't
people.
really. Yeah. Had you never like dreamt of
No.
the whole?
No.
Okay. So what did you do that day that you really wanted to do on your graduation?
To be honest, at that point, I was really
Just
over it. Yeah,
Okay.
I was really over it. I should have graduated like 3 years ago. I just wanted to graduate. I just wanted to get out of the way with. If it wasn't for like my husband and my family and stuff, I would have probably not even gone. I would have been okay with them just sending me the certificate. And not long after, I went into a condition called topical steroid withdrawal. And I won't go too much into it. I'll actually probably do a separate video because I do want to raise awareness around the condition because it can be prevented. But yeah, so I went through something called topical steroid withdrawal, and that is essentially people who suffer from skin conditions, specifically eczema, usually get prescribed steroid creams. And yeah, doctors don't tell you. I mean, it's probably just a lack of knowledge. They may actually not be educated on it. There's not a lot of research done around the side effects of steroid creams. But yeah, essentially what happened is over a long period of time, my body became addicted to the steroids. And so whenever I'd stop using them, my body would literally like just go crazy. The symptoms that I'd be experiencing aren't eczema anymore. So they are steroid induced eczema. So it does mimic eczema, which is probably why it
Very
gets
aggravated.
misdiagnosed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the long and short of it. But I will do a separate video on that and go much more into detail. So and
that was a challenging period, honestly. Yeah. And that led us to take a decision.
Yeah, so we actually decided that the UK
coming to Germany
wouldn't be the best place for me to go through the withdrawal. I just wanted to be in a different space. I mean, I was actually homebound for 2 months before we then decided that
it wasn't even homebound. It was like bedroom bound, like literally. Yeah.
It was a very, very difficult period. And yeah, I mean, being newlyweds, like the last thing you want to do is be like separated. But yeah, we just thought it would be for the best, and hopefully for the short term, which it kind of has been, right? Like we didn't expect me to get well so soon. Depending on how many years you have been on steroids, it could take literally like a couple of years to actually fully recover.
And you are going through the healing process.
I'm still going through the healing process, but I'm a lot better than I was. You probably would have noticed like the
it's not discoloration,
it's
but
hyperpigmentation. The difference in like
skin tones and skin color,
tone, and that's because I literally had it all over my body. And believe me, I look a lot better than I did like 2 months ago. Once I'm fully healed, I will get my pigmentation back. But yeah, so that's
That's
been
that.
that. I've been here since November.
Hence why the difference in the background.
the
We're
change of
actually
scenery.
in where
My parents' house.
Yeah, where you grew up.
Yeah, we spent Christmas with
was
our family.
lit with the.
We might slip in a quick video in there or some
that'd
pictures.
be nice actually. Yeah. How do you say in-laws in German?
Meine Schwiegereltern.
Yeah, what she said.
We've never
We've not been apart
for
that long since
yeah.
we got engaged.
He's actually going back tomorrow, guys.
Well, I'll come back for your birthday.
And he's coming back for my birthday, which is in a couple of weeks.
3 weeks
and again, I'm really excited. My girls actually told me that they had been planning to come and see me, which I didn't expect because I didn't anticipate that I was gonna be well.
So didn't want to do anything.
So I literally hadn't planned nothing.
No.
I've got things to look forward to, which I'm really, really excited about. The withdrawal is not fun at all. It can get very miserable. And one of the main reasons why I came here actually is because of my mental space. And it's helped so much. So yeah, I'm really, really grateful. And yeah, I think that's the last update that we have. We did do a Q&A on Instagram. So we wanted to quickly run through your
Let's get it quick, snappy answers.
So first question, how has it been for both of you a year in? How do you love on each other and support each other, especially when you're tired and have had a hard day? It's actually been longer than a year because, like we said, we got traditionally married in 2021.
In May 2021.
May 2021. Yeah. So it's been just over a year actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been good. And definitely one thing that I'll say is that when you're going through marriage counselling and everything, and they talk of challenges, sometimes you think the challenges are, well ahead. Maybe after you've had children, when you have children, that's when challenges come, or all that stuff. But yeah, our first year good, and just at the end of the first year, going into the second year, that's when we were presented with some of these health challenges and everything. And yeah, and I would say it's been challenging, but at the same time, it's been fruitful in the sense that we have gotten, closer, I would say.
Yeah.
And our communication has been better. We've been vulnerable with one another, speaking about some of the things that we're concerned about, fear, some of our fears and all that stuff. How do we love on each other, especially when we've had...
support each other, especially when you were tired and have had a hard day.
Just being intentional.
So day to day.
I remember when we were doing this was 2021 going into 2022. Our goals or whatever, vision setting for the year and everything. And at first we said, okay, phones off by this time.
Yeah.
We'll be doing some reading, talking in bed and all that stuff. And yeah, we did well at the beginning. And then as time progressed, next thing you know, phones and everything will be creeping in into bedtime and all that.
It takes practice.
Vocal about it, where I thought, where you thought, you need more affection and all that stuff, you vocalized that.
Yeah, we definitely vocalized that,
yeah. I think, would you say I did the same?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like I have to ask you more. I'm someone I would just voluntarily share, but yeah, I feel I have to ask you.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. You have to ask me if something's up and yeah. And I'm getting better at it. So.
Yeah, you're getting better at it. But yeah, it's just giving each other grace and
yes, that's important.
And also the benefit of the doubt. I think a lot of times you can just go in assuming that I've had the hardest day. Communication is key.
And sometimes just be intentional about your day. So whatever happens, should we talk things through, but at the same time, how best can I serve her? You have to actually have that in mind. Even when you wake up, you say, whatever this day is, or when I'm driving back home, thinking about my wife, what are we gonna do, kind of thing, all that stuff. So it's important.
Yeah. What is turn off for you about your partner?
I think I know yours.
What's mine?
The deadly farts.
Yeah, that you always. Yeah, it's two things.
It's two things. Oh, okay. Let me hear a second.
So number one.
Ein.
First turn off, most definitely, is his farts.
It's after I've eaten certain stuff. So yeah.
I
And sometimes, you know, when you think it's not one of those non-deadly ones.
But yours are always deadly.
No, it's not always, Sherry. When I do like the cleanse,
Jesus.
it's normally better.
Anyways, I can't do it.
And the thing is that when she farts,
I even
it's
feel
just like
it's not even like it's a turn off, and it's like it's low key, high key is disrespectful, fam. Like,
wait. But when you do it, what about when you do it?
yeah,
though?
but mine don't. It's about the fact that to be honest, it's not about the fact that he does it. It's about the fact that it smells like. I can't even explain how it smells.
Don't feed me certain things.
Like beyond rotten.
Especially when I have like dairy.
Jesus
Is it
Lord.
dairy stuff?
Anyways, that's the first turn off. And the second turn off is if he hasn't got a haircut for a long time.
Yeah, she recently, well, not recently.
And that's not just me. Remember when GDLT, when we all agreed, we were saying that ladies definitely think a lot more about like the upkeep.
Yeah, as well.
Guys,
yeah.
Not so much.
What? We don't really?
No.
So yeah, I've been mindful. Have to be getting, the haircut. Currently, I'm due a haircut.
Yeah, you do. Haircut.
And sometimes,
bad.
when I'm thinking, we really want to get it on, I'll say, okay, let me definitely go to the barber's then.
Okay, what about you? What's your turn off?
It's my turn off.
Just say one. That's not a turn off, David. It's more like you just get irritated. Look at this guy.
So sometimes I don't know if
but
some people do that.
It.
Like
he'll be like,
maybe sometimes
don't do it
at
in
home.
public.
Yeah, in public. Why are you gonna be doing?
David, I don't care about other people. I can't lie. Like it's me that's going through it. I'm not. No, I'm sorry. Those are allergies.
She
okay?
said there's allergies.
Allergies.
Like how can you be in church? Was it in church last time?
People need to be mindful that people go through stuff, bruh.
I'm like, yo.
What else am I supposed to be
get water and drink?
Like,
yes.
No, water's not gonna do nothing.
Or just go to the loo or something and go and do that.
What else? Anyway.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Do any of you do that? Like you get? Is it like itch in the throat?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's allergies. Look it up. Okay, moving on. Next question. This one says, I'm tapping into all your family blessings this year, especially the marital blessings. I want to know how much you roughly spent on your wedding, as it was classic, simple and elegant. Thank you. Thank you. We spent about 12K.
Depending
on
how
our
you're looking
wedding.
at it, yeah.
But bear in mind, this was not just for the day of the wedding, so it was for the entire week, Monday to Friday, that we were at the manor.
Yeah. Give and take probably 12 to 13.
Yeah.
Including transportation.
Which includes the transportation,
fuel costs.
Everything for the wedding, decoration, food.
Yeah.
The actual manor, so the accommodation,
and
food for the week.
Usually the manor stay alone would have probably cost like 12, if not more. But we actually booked it during COVID when a lot of activities weren't going on. So that was a big chunk of savings there. Like we saved on that. So yeah. She made her own wedding dress. She didn't have to spend a lot on that.
Yeah. So we saved quite a bit, to be fair.
If we want to, should we actually?
But we actually recouped about
4
or 5K from our family and friends that stayed at the manor. So they did pay for like the accommodation staying there. They paid for the accommodation.
Paid for the accommodation, which was
food,
great.
Actually.
Yeah. So
that helped with covering
some of the cost on that.
some
So
of the
all in all, I think we did very well.
We
7
got
to 8K from our own pocket.
Yeah. And then we got some like monetary gift as well,
which helped.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thanks, guys. We love you. Shout out to Faye, my bestie.
Mama Faye.
My bestie and her mother. Okay.
I remember when Sherry told me.
I was half asleep, and then for some reason I don't know what told me to check my bank account. But yeah, girl went to go check her bank account, and I'm seeing
then we saw the amount, and I was like, wait,
0.
and it was thinking, wait, maybe it's a mistake. Can you tell? I lied.
Yeah, David was like, half was I was like, David, David's mom sent me this amount.
And I was like,
and then he's like,
what?
Was it maybe a mistake? So I actually messaged my best friend, and I was like, your mom sent me this money. Was it a mistake? She's like, nah, girl. X, Y, and Z. But yeah. You said it was classic, simple, and elegant, and that was definitely what we were going for.
You know what? I think, should we actually do a separate video on this, because we could go on about it. All in all, it was great, and let's go on to the next question.
Okay. This says, I was surprised to hear you were together and now married. You're both so different. What makes you feel like you're compatible?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think there's definitely something to be said about opposites attract. I think sometimes it works. I think that our differences complement each other, and yeah, it works for us.
I bring her into my world of things, and she also takes me into a world of things, and I think there's a good
it's a really good balance. Like we've really grown
together, trying new things on her part, and likewise me too.
Yeah. To be fair, I hear it. I mean, it was a big thing for me initially when I got with David. He's from a different breed, bruh. He's we are very different. I think you were someone who was very set in, and you had like specific expectations, whereas me, I'm a bit free flowing, and I didn't want to get with someone who would be very authoritative. Is that
authoritative?
Or authoritative, and kind of stifle me a bit. Yeah. But he was very willing, and I think willingness is a huge thing.
Willing to what?
Willing, like I think willingness just in general is willing to try, willing to see a different perspective, willing to understand, willing to communicate. Yeah, I think that's like a major key for. And
you also,
I would say
you've been doing that as well. Would you say your willingness has grown?
Yeah.
You better have. On to the next question.
Do you believe you're destined to be with each other? Wow, these questions.
Simple. We chose to be with each other. There's no one person for you.
Yeah, there's no one person for you. I think you just choose one person.
And you make that. This is why I say, you make that one person your one. Yeah. Simple as. So we've chosen to be with each other, and we're destining ourselves to be with each other.
Okay, next. Do you want kids? If so, what are some of the values you want to instill in them?
Yeah. How do I say yes? I want kids in German.
Ja, wir wollen Kinder.
We want, huh? Yeah.
Wir wollen Kinder.
Wir wollen Kinder. Simple as. And what? Definitely teaching of honor and respect is important. And would you say faith, faith as a value? The importance of faith, yeah. The importance of faith, the importance of family. And also now big on love. It's important. Grace, forgiveness, all those essential things, I would say. And also importantly as well now is the value of learning to communicate. Would you say that value?
I don't even know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
The value of being authentic and expressing yourself as you should. I think that's important, especially for children growing up and everything.
I think most
so what is that? How do you communicate that? The value of authenticity, and it will be founded on Christian principles, Christian values.
Yeah, so that's that.
Da-da.
Next question. What do you believe to be the most important factors to making a relationship last? Willingness to try, willingness to understand, willingness to change, to
adapt,
see a different perspective, adapt. Yeah, I think willingness
work together.
It's very important.
Yeah.
What else? Do you know?
Most important factor.
Trust.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very important.
Yeah.
Trust, and I say being loyal to one another, respecting one another, and communication is always big. Like that's just everything these days. It's a given.
It's a given, yeah.
So sometimes it's like, oh, am I gonna mention this communication again? But it must be mentioned and it must be heard over and over again.
Yeah, I remember one thing that stuck with me that we heard at one of our marriage sessions in church is to always over communicate. Like there's no such thing as
not communicating enough.
Yeah, like you're not communicating enough. Like you over communicate because.
But obviously it comes off. There has to be a good form of that, a good medium of actually over communicating. Yeah.
Share everything. Be open about everything, because at the end of the day, your partner can't read your mind. A lot of times we have certain expectations that we haven't actually communicated, and we just expect the person to know what to do, to know how you're feeling. To you know all those things, so it's like share.
If they're surprised, you don't share surprise, do you?
Yeah.
So it's not everything.
Moving on. Are you happy with the intimacy you share?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that, okay?
Wait, what does it mean?
Don't worry about that.
Why? They're asking why. What's it? I'm happy. Are you not?
Yeah. But I'm saying that they don't need to worry about that. About our intimacy. I mean, intimacy is not just sexual.
Yeah, so you're thinking sex, but I think maybe that's.
I mean, they probably mean both, but you know.
Yes.
But yeah, we are. And even if we weren't, I think it's always important to know that you can learn. Yeah. Like we have.
Definitely.
Decades to grow in intimacy and like learn more about it. I mean, I don't think we've even arrived. Like I think it's always, trying
new things and all that stuff. But it's a conversation that we also had, I think, quite early on. To know, okay, we will pursue intimacy. We will try to grow in intimacy and our knowledge of one another and try new things, so that helps.
And I mean initially, like when we in our dating period we were abstaining, so like we had to learn intimacy in different ways, isn't it? We spent a lot of time together doing,
whether it's cooking together, whether it's going out for walks, all that stuff, so
So
all that stuff.
Okay. Be happy. What do you guys aim to do by sharing aspects of your marriage?
Communicate what we learn, and if you can take something from it and benefit from it, then.
Yeah, I think representation is key. It's so important.
Yep.
And I mean, I cater to a specific audience. He may cater to a specific audience. Not everyone is gonna like us. Not everyone is gonna see themselves in us. But those that do, we just hope that it can teach them something. It can
encourage them in any way.
Encourage them and add value to whatever they're doing. So we aim to be ourselves. We aim to be transparent.
To a certain degree. Because we're not going to share everything with you.
Yeah.
But that's.
Yeah. I hope that answered the question. Okay, next question. Does Insta add additional pressure to your marriage, i.e. keeping up appearances or pressure to post? No.
It's more so, would you call it pressure? It's just the thought of, okay, we have this, platform or medium that we put together, but what we do with it kind of thing. So there's that kind of element of there's a need.
I wouldn't say it's pressure, but we do.
The awareness and the thought of, okay, what, to put on there, should we essentially being integral in actually getting content out.
Yeah. Have you guys had any major arguments since getting married, and how did you resolve it?
We don't argue a lot.
Yeah, we don't.
But major arguments, probably one or two.
I don't remember any. Do you remember any?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, what is it?
That's the one you said you forgot, so I remember I tried to speak, remind you. I can't remember what exactly was with, but I just remember there was one, and it was driving a red car, Nissan, and I said, "Is that the case?" I was like, "Okay." I then opened the car door, and I was like, "Okay, you come and drive then," or something. That's the only picture I remember. I think that was a.
I don't remember. But no, we've not really had any major arguments. I mean, I don't think it was that major either.
No,
I
it wasn't.
remembered.
Yeah. But I would say that if anything, the arguments that we have had, how did we go about resolving it at least? If it's not major.
I mean, again, communication. Sometimes I will have to take a minute to like, get my head together, get my thoughts together before I'd want to communicate what I'm not happy about, or
And I try definitely not to leave it too long, and definitely if there's a.
You definitely want to resolve it.
Talk it through,
away,
yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
But I said, I'm also learning to
Yeah.
do it the other way, whereby, okay, I'll give it some time, but not too long a time, and then we talk it through.
Yeah. What are your views on sex toys in marriage?
What are your views on sex toys in marriage?
Wow. Okay.
Okay, married people. Go on.
I think to each his own. I think it's
Definitely,
what you both have to agree and be comfortable with whatever you want to do. For us personally, what do you want to say? Oh my god, this is funny. Sorry guys. For us personally, I don't like the idea of like things that replace our intimate parts, like things like a dildo. Like that's a no-no.
Where it becomes a, like you say, like a.
Yeah, like a replacement, and you could get like used to it. You could
that's
even get
the
addicted
danger
to it.
if you now begin to prefer, or you seems like you only enjoy from when the sex toy is at play or is being used. There's a danger in that, so being very aware of that. So that's for us, anyways, would you call it sex toys? Just like
but
parts,
we definitely are open to things that enhance our sexual pleasures, like sexual card games and things like that.
And if you want the card game that we're talking about, there's gonna be a link
DM us.
at
No.
the end of it out. Can you imagine?
If you married and you want it, DM us, okay?
Or you could just search for it yourself, but be careful. Yeah,
you'll have a good time. Okay, next question says, are you guys satisfied with your chemistry and intimacy? No going back. The person said no going back.
Yeah, I'm happy.
But yeah, we are satisfied.
Satisfied.
With our chemistry and intimacy. And yes, definitely no going back. You ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
Oh, what's the song of going back? To Mary Sherry. No going back. No going.
Okay, last
Keep finishing. No, going.
Back. Last question. Are there any people from friends to relatives you want to get closer to, and why? Yeah, there are.
For you, I can think of some as well. And for me as well.
I mean, we're not going to mention any names, but yeah. He's been at our church, current church, BCC. He's been there for a while. It takes me longer to settle. Initially, when I joined the church, I'm definitely very observant. I want to feel out people and all that stuff. But yeah, there are a few people within BCC that I want to build just a stronger relationship with.
And also family as well.
And family,
I'm thinking.
I think that is... I don't really have a choice with that one, to be honest. But I feel like... you don't, though. You know, if you want to...
You do. It's everything's choice. Like,
you do,
ideally,
but...
you have to be intentional about it, so... Yeah.
I'm just saying that there's a difference between building a closer relationship with family members and making a choice to build... Do you know what I mean? Relations with people in your church or whatever. Because I don't have to. Yeah. You know, that's definitely more so of a choice. But yeah, there are a few people.
You should.
Oh God.
It's important, especially just having different kinds of No, I'm tired.
It's the last one. Come on. We're done. Guys,
I'm like trying to think it through. I'm like already looking at a time of what I need to be doing next.
Yeah,
But
guys.
yeah, just for you guys. Yes, there are people. There are family. There are friends.
There's definitely people that we wanna.
Get closer to.
So yeah, that is that. We hope you guys enjoyed our little life update, and keep an eye.
Q&A.
Yeah, keep an eye out for our future videos. We'd appreciate if you like and share this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet,
What's that language for subscribe?
Anyways.
Oh, we're done.